hello or hello again. Take two. I went live accidentally at our normal time today and somehow set the live to made for kids and nobody was showing up. And I'm like, what's going on? Thankfully, I just ended the live when I realized my mistake. And now we're here. Hello. I am so happy to be here. I am rested. I am genuinely so thrilled that today, Ashley and Kyle, you are in and I am in for a super long show. We have so much to talk about. Oh my God. But first, some quick housekeeping. I go live here on YouTube every weekday at the same exact time, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15. I was like, where is everybody? Anyways, I don't know why that, anyways, I go live at the same time every day, 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. If you can and want, please consider becoming a member of my channel like Ashley M. or Kyle. They support and it means so much, especially because my views have plummeted by like 40%. It's okay. I'm still here, still doing my best. Actually, I'm doing better than my best. I'm doing great, okay? I've been bringing it, y'all. I've been bringing it. Anyways, if you can and want, please consider becoming a member. I will pin a comment and I'll make it the top comment in this video with instructions on how to become a member. In addition to getting a little badge, you also get to chat live with me during all of my Hot Topics show premieres. So I'm going to switch this to member only mode in 3. You're not getting notifications. Oh, that's annoying. I just switched it to member only mode. Everybody can stay watching. Please do. And as soon as the live stream is over, everybody can leave a comment then, okay? God, I don't know why that is. YouTube is acting up. Whatever. Onwards and upwards, we do our best. Oh no, Cat Jill. Well, here we are. Damn YouTube. Okay. I had a wonderful weekend. That horse event that I went to, oh my God, so fancy pants. Meghan Trainor performed, and I'm so old. I just could not stay late to watch Meghan Trainor perform on a Sunday night. I love her, Dee Morrison, but I was not going to stay till like 10 p.m. I got to wake up early, y'all. I wake up at 5:10 a.m. to be in the gym by 6. Anyways, oh my God, you know what it is? It is the Life of a Showgirl release week. Yay! Life of a Showgirl comes out Friday night, or technically Thursday at midnight, and I'm gonna be paying a lot of attention to it. I will be talking about it, reviewing it, analyzing the lyrics, sharing my thoughts, excited to hear some new music from Taylor Swift. It hasn't even been that long. It's been what, a year and a half? A year, when was the Tortured Poets Department released? It came out April of 2024, so about a year and a half, maybe a little bit less than a year and a half. Hey, Don David. But we just found out today that in addition to Fallon, Taylor is also going to be on Late Night with Seth Meyers. So it's nice to see her doing a lot of press. I mean, not a lot, but some. It would not surprise me, though, if this coming weekend she pops up in Las Vegas outside of the Sphere or at the Sphere or does something in Vegas, it would just make so much sense. Life of a showgirl. Hello. Wait a minute. Let me text. I gotta text her publicist. Happy release week. If okay, done. I know. I mean, I don't know Cat Jill. I think she might do something in Vegas, just make it a surprise. You know what I mean? Um, hopefully she does. Hopefully she does. In more music news, yesterday I shared with you all the announcement that Bad Bunny is going to be the Super Bowl halftime show headliner. And it made me think back on the news that I shared with you all recently about Cardi B. Remember how Cardi B said that she was asked to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show, R-Rating? What if they initially asked her just to be a guest on Bad Bunny's set and she said no? Or if they asked her to share it with Bad Bunny and she said no because she wanted to do it by herself. I don't know. I think she still should have done it, right? I think she still should have done it. But, her career, her choice. She's doing really well for herself. All is good. Speaking of Bad Bunny, I naively thought that people would not be upset or bothered, or there wouldn't be any unsavory sentiments about his performance. Becky, she's going to give birth before February. She told us that recently because her tour kicks off in February and she said that the baby's due before February. Unfortunately, thank you, Dawn. I love that. Unfortunately, I've been seeing a lot of critical feedback all over social media about Bad Bunny's performance. And a lot of it has to do not even with the fact that his music is in Spanish, but with the fact that he has been an outspoken supporter of Latino immigrants in the United States. Even though he's got a U.S. passport, Puerto Rico is part of the United States. He is not an immigrant. I love it. I think it's smart. Bad Bunny is one of the most popular musicians on the planet. Mary. He's, for the last 3 years, 4 years, he's been one of the top streaming artists every year. You may not know his music and like him, but a lot of people do. A lot of people who don't even speak Spanish, they can just vibe to it. Same thing with K-pop. K-pop has been very successful in the US over the last 8 or 9 years. And if BTS performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, I'd be like, okay, I'm not the demo, but smart. Smart. He was in Bullet Train. I saw that. That was fun. And also, there have been a lot of Super Bowl halftime show performers that are not American. U2, Coldplay, Shania Twain. Trying to think of others. Super Bowl halftime show performers that are not American. I'm sure there's a bunch more. Shakira. J Balvin performed at the Super Bowl halftime show also. The Weeknd. The Weeknd is Canadian also. There you go. So, there's a history of that. And I think Bad Bunny's awesome live. He just had this residency in Puerto Rico, and it looked like quite the spectacle. A great production, and I'm excited to see what he does in the Bay Area at Levi's Stadium. It won't be Taylor Swift, sadly, but I'm down with Bad Bunny. All right, y'all. I told you this was going to be a supersized show. So much to talk about. We're going to get to Charlie Kirk's wife in a little bit. But first, in the Charlie Kirk world and YouTube related, God, it saddens me. It saddens me to see. I don't want to be hyperbolic. Hyperbolic. Is that the way to express it? I don't want to be dramatic, but the guy in the White House, whom a lot of people voted for, he won. Not the majority, He won, but he continues to weaponize the presidency through the court system. The same court system that he criticizes and attacks. Did you all know that Donald Trump sued YouTube? Donald Trump sued YouTube after January 6th. Remember that whole fracas? They suspended his account, which they were entitled to do that. Private companies can do what they want. Isn't that what, I don't get it. Nobody is allowed to have a guarantee. Oh, Yoli. Bad Bunny is giving sellout. What's wrong with selling out? Nothing. That's the American dream. Thank you, Yoli. I would sell out. We've all got a price. You don't have a price. I've got a price. I was literally texting that. Oh my God, I should show you. Oh my God. I'm such a sellout. What was it? What did I say? Oh my God. Let me open this. So I was telling a friend. Oh my God, this is too funny. Okay, this is from today. Blah, blah, blah. My friend was saying, I will be broke when my kids are in college. Gonna be traveling to banks I'm trying to rob. Then I said, not me. I am manifesting abundance. I gotta get in with the right set. I will take oil money. I went to this horse show yesterday, put on by the government of Qatar. Meghan Trainor performed. It was basically empty there. She got paid well, I am sure. Hey, Qatar, let's do some business together. I love it. How? I don't think it's selling out to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. That's like a dream. I don't get this, Yoli. Performing at the Super Bowl halftime show is what people dream about. I understand some people think, oh, he's being hypocritical because he said that he doesn't want to do a tour in the US because he's worried about his fans and ICE raids outside of the tour. Well, the US government is likely not going to be setting up ICE raids outside of the Super Bowl, but still, I don't see it as problematic personally. And I'm Latino myself, you know, and it could be a great opportunity to say a message also. Just like Jennifer Lopez used her platform on the Super Bowl to say a political message as well. Anyways, Donald Trump sued YouTube because they kicked him off here after the whole January 6th drama, insurrection. And after he sued them, and now that he's been reelected, they have agreed to settle the lawsuit and pay him $24.5 million. $22 million to Trump directly. Not him personally. He is going to be funneling the money to the Trust for the National Mall, which is dedicated to restoring, preserving, and elevating the National Mall to support the construction of the White House State Ballroom. It just sucks that, I mean, he sued everyone. Trump sued X. Trump sued Meta. Trump sued all these platforms, and they all agreed to pay him money because they're afraid of him. In January of this year, Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, settled a Trump lawsuit for $25 million. In February, X settled a lawsuit that Trump hit them with for $10 million. Whatever. Let's keep it moving because I want to have fun here. Moving on to Hollywood-related things, Trump also announced today that he is going to have a 100% tariff on films that are made outside of the United States. Okay. I don't know how that's gonna work. How do you tariff a product that isn't physical? And who pays the tariff? Like the next Spider-Man movie, which we talked about recently, that's filming in Scotland. The Marvel film and Disney with Tom Holland. That's considered a foreign movie, right? It's being filmed in Scotland. Are tickets going to be twice as expensive now? On Truth Social, Ivana Trump's ex-husband wrote, "Our movie-making business has been stolen from the United States of America by other countries, just like stealing candy from a baby. Therefore, in order to solve this long-time, never-ending problem, I will be imposing a 100% tariff on any and all movies that are made outside of the United States. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America Great Again. President DJT." Two questions. The price of food at the supermarket continues to go up, up, up. And Trump and his allies continue to blame Biden, saying it's the Biden economy. At what point does it stop being the Biden economy and does it become the Trump economy? And at what point is it the same point that he has to stop saying make America great again? Because isn't that what you were elected to do? Make America greater? I don't know, but wrapping up our DT coverage today. Oh, thank you, Mary. God, I think I'm doing a good job. I don't have Trump derangement syndrome as I maybe used to have in the past. I think I'm doing a better job of not being affected by all of the Trump craziness. Like, he floods the zone every single day, including this threat from Donald Trump to withhold federal funds from New York City if the Democratic nominee, Zohran Mamdani, wins the mayoral election. I understand, presidents absolutely can endorse candidates, but this is threatening legal action, like withholding federal funds because you don't like whom the people of New York City elect for mayor. That's a legal retaliatory move. And that seems illegal to me. On his Truth Social earlier today, Trump said self-proclaimed New York City communist Zohran Mamdani, who is running for mayor, will prove to be one of the best things to ever happen to our great Republican Party. He is going to have problems with Washington like no mayor in the history of our once great city. Remember, he needs the money from me in order to fulfill all of his fake communist promises. He won't be getting any of it, so what's the point of voting for him? The ideology has failed, always, for thousands of years. It will fail again, and that's guaranteed. President DJT. Okay, let's keep it moving. In some TV news, Yoli. Actually, I saw something very interesting about that. Trump wants to bail out Argentina, but does Argentina need bailing out? I just saw something about how China has hurt the United States by importing a ton of soy from Argentina, whereas they would normally import into China soy from the US. Okay. Stranger Things. We are finally getting close to the long-awaited final season, and the show's creators, the Duffer Brothers, are talking about the long gaps between seasons. Stranger Things came out almost a decade ago, but its fifth and final season is being released this year. For reference, the entire 3 seasons of The Summer I Turned Pretty aired between the 4th and 5th season gap of Stranger Things. In an interview with Variety, the Duffer Brothers defended the long wait between seasons. I get fatigued watching 20-episode seasons, Matt Duffer says. We didn't grow up interested in any of that. We only watched movies. That's the weird thing, that we ended up in TV because we had almost zero interest in television. He also said if TV shows come out every year, it's diminishing return. I like the buildup. Okay. I'm not really a TV viewer because I don't have time, but that makes sense to me. In more TV news, the new HBO Harry Potter TV show got some very special visitors recently. Princess Catherine took her kids to pay a visit to the set of the upcoming Harry Potter TV show. How fun! The kids got to meet Dominic McLaughlin, who plays Harry Potter, along with other cast members. The highlight for the youngest royal, Louis, was hopping aboard the Hogwarts Express. She went to visit there as shooting was taking place in Windsor, where they live. This was Friday night. The family of five stopped by the Hogsmeade Station set at Windsor Great Park, just a short trip from their home. And did you guys know that Warwick Davis, I think so far he may be the only original actor to be reprising his role. Warwick Davis, who played Professor Flitwick in the Harry Potter film series, will reprise the role for the Harry Potter TV show. Cool. Also, bridging the gap between TV and film, for all you fans of The Simpsons, it was just announced today that a Simpsons 2 movie is being released in theaters in July of 2027. 20 years after a first Simpson film came out in theaters. God, The Simpsons is one of the most profitable brands in showbiz history. Bonkers. Also, we're going to get to Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban in less than a minute. But first, there's this new trailer that came out for this Adam Sandler and George Clooney film called Jay Kelly. Did anybody watch it? George Clooney plays himself in every movie, basically, and I don't know. I guess people like him. The movie seemed so boring to me. It's about this actor. Wah, wah. All right. I made a video earlier today about the surprise split between Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, and now we have more information. TMZ initially reported that as an exclusive, and now People has independently verified that Keith and Nicole have indeed separated. And they've gotten a little bit more information. A source tells People, quote, Nicole's sister, Antonia, has been a rock, and the entire Kidman family has come together to support one another. She didn't want this. She has been fighting to save the marriage. Once again, the way that this is being fed to the media, for some reason, she's throwing Keith Urban under the bus. And the whole fighting for her marriage thing leads me, I mean, my brain can only think of substance abuse, right? If there were another woman involved, I don't know if Nicole Kidman would be fighting to save her marriage. And that's it. Reports are very scant on details thus far. Bummer. But she's been trying to save her marriage. And on June 25th, just a couple of months ago, Nicole Kidman shared a photo of herself cuddled up to Keith Urban on Instagram with the caption, "Happy anniversary, babe." Heart Keith Urban. I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in a marriage or a long relationship. I'm the kind of person that, if somebody wants to be done with it, I'm like, oh, okay, peace. We're over. Like, why try to, no. You want to be, okay, we're done. Like, say less. Like, the minute those words come out of your mouth, over. Try to make me go to rehab, and I said no, no, no. All right, in other news, oh my God. I'm such a Madonna fan, as you know. I literally have hundreds of Madonna shirts. I spent over 2 hours of my time today while working watching Madonna's interview with Jay Shetty. It was so boring. Like, what's the point? What was the point? Like, she wanted to talk about Kabbalah, but I don't know. And Jay Shetty, bless his little heart, like, he's not a good interviewer. Like, there were so many points where he could have and should have asked follow-up questions, and he didn't. Like, I would say the juiciest bit from this Madonna interview today, she was talking about being late and how people give her flack for being late. And she did not apologize. She defended her habitual lateness, saying it's really hard to balance things and people don't know what I'm doing before I'm late. If you're selling tickets to a show, you should not be hours late. If like a ticket has an 8 p.m. start time, the latest you should go on is 9, I think. Keeping people waiting longer than an hour, not cool. Especially if you don't have an opening act. And Madonna hasn't been doing opening acts the last couple of tours, right? I would love to interview her, Melanie. That'd be amazing. Sign me up. Listen, a lot of people enjoy him. I don't like any gurus. I'm not a fan of Jay Shetty. I don't like that Mel Robbins. I don't like Tony Robbins. Wait, Mel Robbins? Is that the woman? Let Them? Mel Robbins? Mel Owen? Yeah, Mel Robbins. Tony Robbins. Oh my God. Tony Robbins is probably livid that wait, they're not married or anything, right? Is Mel Robbins related to Tony Robbins? No. They have no family connection. The only guru that I like is Oprah. And that's because she doesn't really say, oh, this is, I don't know. Oprah's my guru. Nobody has ever resonated with me as much as her. God, those horses yesterday, those horses are worth millions of dollars. Bonkers. Bonkers. I had no idea horses are worth that much money. These Arabian horses. Wow. What does it mean, an Arabian horse? Arabian horse. Oh, it just means they're from the Arabian Peninsula. Wow. Most equestrian horses these days are Arabian. And they're very common in the US. Do I think Oprah's on the Diddy tapes? No. Aw, thank you, Mary. All right. Selena, holy moly. I have not been able, let me see, have you guys seen a picture of Taylor Swift at Selena Gomez's wedding? I've not seen any photos yet. I'm like scouring and I can't find it. Trying to see. Oh, this is fake. Every picture that I've seen thus far has been fake. So annoying. Whatevs. We don't talk anymore. Oh my God, that was so funny. Taylor did make it to the Chiefs game on Sunday. The Chiefs won again, thankfully. What are they? They're 2-2 now? Wait, what's the Chiefs? They're doing better. Taylor is not being very public like she used to be. She was there but remained hidden. I think Taylor's received some very serious threats recently. They're 2-1. Okay, Gretel knows her football. Apparently she showed up under umbrellas. But that's not, that fence thing. I'm trying to find pictures. Let me see. Taylor Swift umbrellas. She also did the little umbrella thing at Selena's wedding. She had a lot of umbrellas. I can't show you the pictures. They're paparazzi pictures, but holy heck. Afterwards, they went to this place called 1587 Prime. I think that's the restaurant that Travis owns. Anyways, Charlie Puth performed over the weekend in New York City. He's done these series of shows, these intimate not pop-ups, but these intimate little concerts in LA and New York City. Pretty cool. I feel like Charlie Puth is over, sadly. I'm going to use this as a prop today. They gave it to us at the horse show yesterday. I like Charlie Puth, but I don't know why he was never able really to connect with the masses in a large way. Oh my God, Melissa Benson Boone was amazing. Amazing. The kids and I had a great time. And you know what's wonderful about Benson? He's just 23 years old. He's not been at this for that long. He hasn't lived that much life. He hasn't suffered or celebrated, like he hasn't had the ups and the downs yet enough about life. So the more you work at something, the better you're going to get. I feel like he's going to have a very long and bright career. His voice, even the songs of Benson's that weren't smashes, they felt like hits at the concert. He is sensational. Also, a lot of people have been talking about this Jennifer Lopez interview with CBS, where she talked about her new movie, The Kiss of the Spider Woman, and not being taken seriously as an actress. And also, she talked about her divorce. But I think people are reading into what she said incorrectly. Jennifer was filming Kiss of the Spider Woman last summer, and just before the summertime, right when she and Ben Affleck were imploding. And she talks about that experience, saying it was tough. It was a tough time. It was a really tough time. It was hard not to think about stuff. It was the best and the worst of times in a way. Every moment on set, every moment I was doing this role, I was so happy. And then back home, it was not great. It was just like, oh, how do I reconcile this? But you get through it. Honestly, I have to say, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because it changed me. It helped me grow in a way that I needed to grow. I've become more self-aware. I'm a different person now than I was last year, I think. I'm not sure if she's talking about her divorce from Ben Affleck or making the movie. Sorry. Let me cough into this. I'm feeling better though. Not 100%, but better. I'm a J-Lo lover. I'm a J lover. I will go see her Vegas residency. All right. In other news, oh, so sad. Do any of you watch that TLC show, Meet the Putmans? Meet the Putmans? Honestly, I had never heard about this show before, but tragic news. Tragic news. It's a show about this really large family, okay? Like 20 plus family members living together in the same house, like a lot of kids, crazy amount of kids. 3 of them just died in a car crash. Oh my goodness. Sad. And several more remain hospitalized. Ay, ay, ay. Sending them all healing. Jeez Louise, intense. In happier news, Kieran Culkin and his wife are expecting another baby. Remember how earlier this year at the Oscars, Kieran Culkin asked his wife, Jazz, or told her that if he won, that she needed to give him another baby or something like that, and he won? She was pregnant then. She was pregnant at the Oscars. And we just found out now. Yes, Kieran and his brother are close, from my understanding. Or I guess as close as you can be when you grow up famous. Fame is tough, man. Fame is tough. All right, God, there's so much to talk about today. We're getting to Charlie Kirk in 2 minutes, a couple of items before that. And then we have even more show. Oh my God. I'm just having a conversation with friends. Come in, come out, watch later. But everybody make sure to hit the like button. Hit the like button and share. Hit the like button and share. Do you believe in life after love? Yes, somebody hit the like button. Thank you. Wait, can we get this to, there's only been 90 likes. Can we get this to 200 likes in the next 60 seconds? 96 likes, there we go. 200 likes, there's 300 people watching now. Everybody hit the like button, come on. 300, wait, how many likes did I say? 300, we got a couple more to go. Yay, Melissa, amazing. Hit the like button, hit the like button. Thank you, Janet. All right, I'll keep talking, but make sure to hit the like button. This is such bittersweet news, but what a beautiful way to go out. Remember Terrence Stamp? Oh my God, Terrence Stamp was this iconic British actor. Many of you know him from the very first Superman movie. Who did he play? Like Zord or something like that? Terrence Stamp. Superman. He played... God, it's crazy how quickly time flies. He played General Zod. General Zod, not Zord. I was close, Melissa. I was close. Well, that's what I was going to get to, Kyle. Before his death, and he died at 87. He lived a full life. He died at 87. But the final months of his death, he and the director of the film Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Stephen Elliott, filmed his part for a sequel. Stephen Elliott said that Terrence Stamp had the time of his life. Aww. I came forward with something that is pretty special and unique, the director says, and that's when I got him. It's not exactly a sequel. I'm curious to see. Oh, he says, we had all agreed on a Priscilla sequel just before the pandemic because it took me decades to find a plot and I found it. But then the pandemic came and of course we all lost ground. But it did give us time to get the script underway. And well, as you know, we have very big heels to fill and we've been pretty much at it ever since. Terrence wasn't getting any younger, and that's a fact. He loved to shove down our throats almost every day. Wow. Wow, this is fascinating what they did. He wanted the chance to put the character down for himself, and I will quote him in this case. He said, just in case I don't make the start line. And with the blessing of him and his family, Guy, Hugo, and the financiers, I decided to pre-shoot all of the Bernadette scenes. Wow. He was 87, turning 88, and I put him through a multi-cam shoot spread over several grueling sessions. All I can say is that the old trooper gave it everything he had. He hated putting the wig on, but at the same time, my God, you could have bottled that smile. I mean, it was brilliant, fun, and he really did have the time of his life. But calling that's a wrap on Terrence Stamp are going to be words that will haunt me to the day I die. Elliott reveals that he shot his scenes with Stamp in character in a 9-camera array of the entire script. Oh, They should also make a Tu Wong Fu Thanks for Everything Julie Newmar sequel also. How would you all feel if they did an AI ghost or something of Patrick Swayze? I would not be mad at it. All right. Speaking of being mad, time to get to Charlie Kirk. And then we still have more show after this, y'all. I am in a chatty mood today. Am I looking for a serious relationship? Not looking for it, but open to it. Not looking, but I would love it. I would love a soulmate. A soulmate, not a husband. Unless the husband is super rich and can be a sugar daddy. Then sign me up. Anyway, I like to be honest. If you've got some sugar for me, sugar daddy, bring it home. Otherwise, we don't need to get married. Anyways, Charlie Kirk. I think I mentioned already that Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica, is replacing him and is the new head of his organization that he started, Turning Point. Charlie Kirk's widow also has taken over his show. Charlie Kirk had a regular streaming live show. And she already went back to work. And what's weird is people on both sides, the right and the left, but a lot of people on the right have been criticizing Charlie Kirk's wife, saying he's not even been dead a month and she's already putting on a show and back to work. And, oh, if my wife or husband died, I hope that my spouse mourns me longer than her. But who are we to judge? Maybe this woman is in so much pain that working is healing for her. It gives her a distraction from the reality of her everyday life, which is being the mother of 2 young children now and losing the love of your life. And not just losing the love of your life, your entire future and what you envisioned for yourself evaporating in a second. I don't judge her for that. If she started dating somebody new already, if all of a sudden she hooked up with, Donald Trump Jr. or whomever and got a new boyfriend 2 weeks after her husband's death, I'm not gonna lie, I would judge the F out of that, okay? I would absolutely judge that, but Erica Kirk has not done that. And also, Kirk's widow is a former beauty pageant queen. That's like a theater person. We're trained. The show must go on. You must put on a brave face, fake a smile, give your pageant wave, and go on with it. It's in her DNA. I don't judge her for that. But it was really weird to me that a lot of conservatives were criticizing her. I was like, okay, I get it if liberals are criticizing her. They don't like her husband and what he stands for. But when a lot of conservatives were attacking her, what does that mean? Oh, God. I also saw, let me see if I can find... Okay, there is this kid who is blown up recently. Have you guys heard of Breland Hollyhand? Breland Hollyhand? I don't know what he just all of a sudden blew up out of nowhere. And he's been getting a lot of criticism from conservatives, even though he's a conservative, prominent teenager. He's 19 years old. And a lot of Charlie Kirk followers are not happy with this kid because after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, he launched his own college tour. He's trying to be the next Charlie Kirk. And I don't do this anymore, but I'm not going to say anything, but there have been a lot of rumors about this Brylan Hollyhand. Cool. Whatever. Politics is just... In happier news, that show Reading Rainbow is back on the air. And a famous-ish new star is hosting the show. Remember Reading Rainbow? It's the Reading Rainbow. Yeah, Erica Kirk knew Trump before Charlie because she was a Miss Arizona. And Trump used to own Miss USA. The new host of Reading Rainbow is Michael the Librarian, a social media star. Congrats, I love it. We got to keep encouraging kids to read. All right, Kelly Clarkson today began filming the new season of her talk show. She's back at work, like Erica Kirk. And somehow, I don't think people are going to criticize her. I mean, it's been longer than a month, I think. Wait, when did... But and also, it's her ex-husband. When did Kelly Clarkson's ex-husband passed away? He died August 7th. Yeah, it's been almost 2 months now. Her musical director and friend, Jason Halbert, gave a new interview to talk about the new season of The Kelly Clarkson Show and said about his boss and pal, I don't know how she compartmentalizes watching that segment, super emotional, and then jumping into like making crafts with kids and then jumping into emoting a song. Jason also suggested that Kelly will be pouring her heart out about the challenges she's faced in her life over the last few months on the show, but in song rather than in conversation. Quote, a lot happened for all of us in the last year on personal and career levels. You're going to see some songs reflect things that maybe she wouldn't talk about verbally in a sitting on the couch interview. Cool. The first guests back on the Kelly Clarkson Show today were Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell for their new movie that already came out and flopped at the box office. That's sad, Melanie. He did her dirty in so many ways. Sued her, tried to like hold their kids as pawns to get more money from her. Awful. Also, did you see that, we talked about that, I think. Okay. Some new music for you guys to check out. I discovered this new artist called Izzy Escobar. Izzy Escobar. Her song is called Vendetta. It's like cool pop. She's like a total unknown. Izzy, I-Z-Z-Y, Escobar, E-S-C-O-B-A-R, Vendetta. Check her out if you want a new song to listen to. Oh my God, I've been talking for like ever. What the freaking hell? Oh my God. Whatever, if you're still here, I'm gonna keep talking because I have OCD and I'm gonna get through everything on my list. Brooklyn Beckham was at this sporting event over the weekend. He was at the Ryder Cup, and he was asked about the drama with his parents, shockingly. The Ryder Cup is this golf tournament, and I guess they had some celebrity component to it. And the New York Post, man, they freaking went for it. They went there, and I love it. No, he told the Daily Mail, not the New York Post, but the New York Post is reporting it. He said, there's always going to be people saying negative things, but I have a very supportive wife. Me and her, we just do our thing. We just keep our heads down and work, and we're happy. He says that all of the chatter surrounding the feud with his parents, quote, everyone is always going to say rubbish. I want like a nice fan. I think I'm gonna have to start using a fan daily. Like, I could use it as a prop. I need like a good fan. I need like a clickety clackety fan. You know, like you see those, like a real good clickety clackety. Okay, let's keep it moving. I don't care about Brooklyn Beckham that much. Jesse Eisenberg has been replaced for Steven Soderbergh's sequel to The Social Network. Was anybody, who asked for this? Like, I don't care. I don't need another Mark Zuckerberg movie, but interesting casting. I don't know why Eisenberg isn't coming back, but playing Mark Zuckerberg this time around in the film, which has got the working title of The Social Reckoning, is Jeremy Strong. He, I believe, was in that show Succession, right? People loved that Succession show. Never saw it. Yeah. From Game of Thrones. Who did she play on Game of Thrones? Natalie Dormer. Game of Thrones. She was Marguerite Tyrell. Marguerite Tyrell. Marguerite Tyrell. Anyways, I didn't watch Game of Thrones. She is playing Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess, Fergie, in this new TV series, and has refused to promote the project. This is bonkers. Like, her contract, I'm sure, specifically says that she has to promote this. The TV show is called The Lady, and she says that she is going to be donating all of her money to charity and does not feel comfortable promoting the show. Why? Quote, new information has come to light that makes it impossible for me to reconcile my values with Sarah Ferguson's behavior, which I believe is inexcusable. She's referring to revelations over Sarah Ferguson's connections to Jeffrey Epstein. I am sue free at the moment, Mary, and hopefully it remains that way. I've not gotten a response from Kim Kardashian's lawyer yet. Fingers crossed. I don't want to be in any more litigation. All right. This movie, One Battle After Another, the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie with Benicio del Toro, was #1 at the box office this weekend. Did decent, considering that, it's a brand new film and it's not based on pre-existing intellectual property. It made $22 million at the US box office. I'd say that's decent. I didn't really like the trailer, so I had no desire to see it, but Gen Q, oh, that sucks. Well, I'm glad you're here. People are not here for the Jingle Ball lineup in New York City. Oh my goodness, it's always a huge deal, right? Well, tickets go on sale, pre-sale tomorrow, and then Friday for the public on sale. And the iHeart Jingle Ball lineup in New York City has like one good name. Not true. I mean, I like two. These are the artists performing: Alex Warren, Big the Plug, Conan Gray, Ed Sheeran, Jesse Murph, Laufey, Monsta X, Miles Smith, Nelly, Raven Lenae, Renee Rapp, and Zara Larson. The Rockettes are a must, Milicia. Oh my God, I've seen them. Classic New York experience. Definitely worth checking out. Pretty lame lineup. Speaking of New York City, I only mentioned that because I wanted to segue to New York. Mayor Eric Adams announced that he is dropping out of the race and won't be seeking re-election. I wonder why that is. Sorry. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's keep it moving so we can be done. Jeez Louise. Oh my God, it's a never-ending show. But maybe if you're bored, if you're going for a walk, put me on the treadmill and we can have a conversation together. Okay, Matthew McConaughey reveals that he did not speak to his mother for nearly a decade because she was feeding the tabloid news and the media stories about him. Thankfully, they have since reconciled. Speaking of families, Kim Kardashian reveals that her brother Rob is going to be on the upcoming season of The Kardashians. It remains to be seen in what capacity. But even if we see him for just one episode, I think folks are really rooting for Rob Kardashian and like him. So I'm glad that he feels comfortable enough to be there. We got some more details about Selena Gomez's wedding over the weekend. Perez Hilton was there. Why? Where was my invite? No, I'm only kidding. Steve Martin and Martin Short were also there. Her Only Murders in the Building co-stars. SZA was there. Paul Rudd, Cara Delevingne, Eric Andre, Phineas, Zoe Saldana, Edgar Ramirez. Her Wizards of Waverly Place co-stars. You know what I don't understand? Why did Selena release pictures literally like within minutes of the wedding? She didn't give it to any publication as an exclusive. She could have had Vogue do it or something, like that, but she just posted on her social media and like, boom, there we go. But like, why, like not even the next day? Like, I guess, I don't know. Interesting choice. poor Lola Young, sending her all of the positive vibes. You know, I'm a big fan of Lola Young. I recently recommended one of her new songs. She was performing at a music festival over the weekend in New York City and fainted during her performance. Not sure what's going on with her, but sending her positive vibes. I'm a big fan. Also sending positive vibes to Honey Boo Boo. Alana Thompson was involved in a scary car crash recently. Her mother, Honey Boo Boo, Mama June, told us. So positive vibes to her. And that's it. Oh my God. This is the longest live I've ever done. But I have time for you, my friend. Before I take some questions, a reminder, please check out my merch. It's right underneath this video if you're watching on YouTube. My merch here. Get a personalized video from me on the Cameo website at cameo.com/Perez Hilton. Get an exclusive podcast a week from me at patreon.com/Perez Hilton. Say fan in the comment section when the stream is over. And now I could take some of your questions. If you guys have any questions. Staring at the blank page before me. Open up the dirty window. Let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance. So close you can almost taste it. Anyways. Any questions, comments, concerns, observations? Good night, Melissa. No? All right. I will be back tomorrow. I use whitening rinse and whitening toothpaste. And whitening strips once a week. A lot of whitening. Do I have any? Oh, I had that on my list. I glossed it over. I'm all for Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun. Good for them. I don't know. Things apparently have been getting serious between them. He has met her parents. Get it? I love that R rating. Yes. That'd be cool. All right, y'all. Say fan in the comments section. I will be back tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, 4:15 Pacific. Have a wonderful night. Mwah. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button. Fan in the comments. See you tomorrow.